Hello, welcome back to my... Thank you, construction. Hello, welcome back to my podcast. Is this how it's gonna be today? Oh, okay. Awesome, great. I literally just got back to my house. Are we seriously having construction right now? I've been at Matthew's for like 4 or 5 days. Hold on, I have to plug this in. And I have to unplug this. I need to get a new fucking plug thing. I also need a wire organizer because I keep running over my wires with my chair. Are you gonna work now? Okay, cool. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's great. Welcome back to the podcast. I don't have a rat. Oh my god. Literally nothing's going right. Hold on. Minnie. Minnie. Okay, well, Georgia, I guess you want to be rat of the week more than Minnie does. Okay. Oh, my little baby. Okay, well, Rat of the Week was going to be Minnie, and then Georgia wanted it more, so Georgia is Rat of the Week yet again. Welcome back to the podcast. This is I Found This Humorous, the podcast I named after looking at my shirt. So, we're here. I skipped last week. I think I might have to move this to an every other week thing. Maybe. I'm doing what I can, and we're ignoring the construction outside. Okay, how's everyone doing today? It is 11 a.m. on a Monday. I woke up early, packed up all my stuff to leave Matthew's house so I could come here and film this. And my bed is like my room's pretty disorganized right now because I am reorganizing my desk and makeup area. So there's shit literally everywhere on my desk. Like, this is going to be a struggle. And I'm also doing my makeup while on the podcast because I got a bunch of new stuff that I want to try out. So that's what we're doing. And I actually, for this episode, I am not going to be talking about anything before I give advice. I'm just straight up going into the advice because I have like 23 advices saved up and I need to get rid of these. Not get rid of them in a bad way. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Dude, some of these are from almost a month ago. I'm so sorry. Y'all send me so much stuff. So anyway, if this is your first time on the podcast, usually I do an advice segment at the end of the podcast. You guys can email me your stuff. If you do email me, if you don't want your name said, say that you don't want it said, and if there's any triggering content in the email, then put a trigger warning for it. But yeah, that's that. So let me see. So I have, as I said, I have a bunch of new makeup because I got some stuff at Target and I got some stuff at Marshall's. So that's what I'm going to do. I have 2 primers from Becca, and I don't know which one to use. And I also finally got a Becca Highlighter, and I'm very excited, but it kind of looks a little too dark for me because I'm very pasty, so that's going to be interesting. First Light Priming Filter or Base Illuminat... What? Oh, I was reading the wrong side. Brighten and Blur Primer. Let's go ahead and do that one. Okay. So the first advice, so keeping it anonymous, here we go. So, oh, this is interesting. Before I start, I just want to say, I've been using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and it's like fine. It's very, oh, this is scented. I was not expecting this to be scented. I don't hate it. It smells like a less strong Bath and Body Works lotion. So, oh my god, not Minnie. Georgia, that was my nipple. Please leave me alone. Okay, so I kind of have to use a lot of this. Okay, it feels literally like a lotion. Okay, so this one is from Anonymous. For the past few weeks, I haven't been feeling... I haven't been feeling really productive and I can't get anything done. I have ADHD, which makes getting work done really hard. I have medication, but it doesn't always help that much. I go to class and instead of being able to get anything done, I just sit on my phone and scroll through TikTok. I feel like it's completely meaningless because I feel like it's completely meaningless scrolling because it doesn't make me feel better, but I can't bring myself to really do anything else. I think it's because my medication just makes me focus on my phone or because it doesn't work. My room is a mess and I can't bring myself to clean it, but being in a room like this makes me feel awful. Since I don't do any schoolwork, the missing assignments are just piling up and it's really overwhelming. I feel like I can't do anything at all, even small things, because there's so much I still have to do. Then I feel like I'm just wasting my time because all I can do is sit on my phone and watch TikToks instead of doing anything useful. Do you have any advice on what to do to feel better about everything, get motivated, and get work done? I'm sorry if this is really depressing, but it's just how things are, and I want to change, but I don't know how to. Thank you so much for taking the time to read this. Okay. I can relate to this one entirely. Am I in focus? Okay, yeah. I can relate to this one entirely because that was my struggle entirely when I was in school. And I think definitely online school does not help at all. I think it makes things worse. For this, I am not on ADHD medication, so I don't know how, that goes and how that feels. If you feel like your medicine or your medication isn't doing what it should be and it's not helping you in the way you want it to, if possible, I would go talk to your doctor about it, or talk to who describes ADHD medication. Is that your psychiatrist or no? I don't know. Talk to maybe a parent or a doctor, whatever, maybe see if this is normal, if there's anything they can change, if you need a different dosage, if that's the route you want to take. Like, if you just want, like, a medicated fix, then I would go that route. I'm not sure if... Please stop climbing up my boob. You're scratching my nipple, and my boobies are sensitive because I'm starting my period soon. As for, being on your phone in school and stuff, I'm 1000% guilty of that, and it's like, I understand when it's genuinely a problem, and if you understand that it's a problem, and you genuinely do want to stop it, it's gonna suck, but I would really recommend either, like, turning your phone off when you're in class or giving it to someone. I don't know if I would assume you're doing online school. So if you're, like, at home, just be like, sibling, mom, dad, whoever, hold this for me for a little bit. Turn it off or put a passcode on it if you don't want them going through it or anything. I don't know if this is gonna be my color. I got this e.l.f. Camo concealer at Target. Oh, that's actually a pretty good match, but I kind of want it to be a little lighter, but it's okay. Maybe literally just separating yourself physically from the phone would help. Oh, that is a big applicator. I was not expecting that. Wow. Looking at this, it really might be too dark. Let's find out. As for getting your room cleaned, that I also understand because I let my room get like that all the time. Like, I mean, if you've been watching me for a bit, that's a good match. If you've been watching me for a bit, then, you've seen me let my room become a depression room and then have to do, like, a big, deep clean of it and stuff. Oh my god, what? Why is this, like, kind of really nice? Wait. Why does it look like that? That's kind of strange. It's got, like, a weird... Hello? I'll finish talking and then I'll talk about the makeup. It's really hard to, like, get your room clean and stuff. I know that very well. One thing that, like, motivates me in a really weird and, like, probably an unhealthy way is, like, pressure from other people when they're not even actually pressuring me. So, like, in my head, just being like, people are gonna come in here and think you're disgusting. Like, you are going to feel better if you get this done. You're going to look better if you get this done. People are going to like it if you get this done. So just get it done. And it's very satisfying when you're able to, like, do a really deep clean of a space like that. And sometimes it's fun, like, letting it get really bad, because then you can, you know, compare the before and the after and see, you know, how well you did cleaning whenever you're done. This looks nice on the skin, but it leaves, like, a weird tint in certain places. I wonder if I add this, it'll change it. It's definitely darker than my ColourPop concealer. And I don't know if that's good or bad. It would almost be better as my shade for a foundation and not a concealer. But I think adding this will help. Oh, yeah. Even asking a friend to help is always nice. Like, me and Matthew help each other clean our rooms because, I mean, he has his apartment, but he's here all the time. But his apartment tends to get really messy, especially when the two of us are there, because, you know, we get food and drinks and we go shopping and stuff, and his room is very small at his apartment, and so it gets very dirty. But, like, just doing little things to help each other is also a very nice thing. So I don't know if you have a friend or a partner that could help you with that. This looks good. So that is that. So, okay, so I guess my 3 options for you would be, if you want to fix your medication, talk to a parent or a doctor. If you want to focus on your schoolwork and not be on your phone as much, physically remove yourself from the phone, because, like, it's tough and it's going to be annoying, but that's literally the best way to do it. I've had to do that myself, like, last semester when I was in class, because I just could not get off my phone. And then the room, it's another one of those things where you're gonna have to pressure yourself to do it. And also, if you can ask for help, then ask for help on that, because there's no shame in asking for help. And if you have, like, a good friend, then they're not gonna, like, give you shit about helping, you know? And I think that is that on that. Getting motivated, yeah, hold on. So you said you also wanted to get motivated. I don't know how to help with that, because I go through weird phases of, like, being super motivated and doing a bunch of shit and then stopping everything for days, and it's really bad. But I think pressuring yourself is a way to get motivated, even if it, like, doesn't feel good. Forcing yourself to do it, it feels good when you're finally doing stuff. So I think that is that on that. And we are moving on to the next advice. But before I do that, let me show y'all. So it, like, looks fine. I mean, this is the concealed side, obviously. But, like, the e.l.f. concealer kind of leaves. It's hard to see on camera. There's, like, a darker area around my eye. It almost looks like I have, like, a blush on. It's kind of strange. I don't know how I feel about that. I wonder if I maybe need to add, I wonder if I add more of my ColourPop. Because it's, like, right here, which is where I would put my highlighter, which is not a good look. So I don't know about that. Okay. So, next one. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything about it being anonymous. So this is from Jay. And they said, "Hey, I'm new to your channel, but I just want to ask for your opinion on something, since I figured you like or love giving your perspective on things. I don't know. Or you can consider this a video idea if you are up to it." Oh, okay. Also, yeah, if you're new here, I don't pre-read these. Maybe I should, but I don't. Okay. So what do you think about sexualization of women? I mean, like, how I see many models posting their body pictures, but some of those models, they also think that even if I show my naked body, you can't sexualize me, so it's like a paradox, because they're basically asking people to act nice, but we can't control other people's thoughts. So basically, at the same time, women are saying that we should not be sexualized, but some women show their body for clout, if that makes sense. I'm an international student in Canada, and I've noticed in the past 4 to 5 years in Canada, I'm more open to showing my body sometimes, even like what those models do. Like trying to show my ass, my curve, etc. But I've realized that if someone asks me why I do that, I can't seem to answer why, but to seek validation. So my question is, do you think there's a paradox in this situation, and why does it happen? I would was not expecting to have this conversation today. I still don't like how this looks, but it's whatever. Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. Hi. Hi, Miss Ma'am. Hello. I think this is tough. I think sexualization... Bro, how am I gonna word this? I literally don't even know. Maybe this is too orange toned and that's the problem. Because it looks fine when I'm applying it, and then it's like maybe, I don't know. I think it might be a little bit too orange toned. That's fine. As for, man, I don't know how to answer this. I think this is one of the first advices that I'm kind of stumped on, because, like, that is a very interesting question. I think that there is always going to be a sexualization of women, as, like, Georgia, as, like, shitty as that is, it's just always going to happen. I think it's different for everyone, like, reasons for posting. Like you said, you know, the reason you post whenever you get asked why is because of validation. And if that is why you're doing it, then that's why you're doing it. But I think that we shouldn't assume that that's why everyone's doing it, because sometimes, like, I think this can also go into the conversation of, like, the rise of bimboification on TikTok recently. People, like, women being more open to showing off their bodies and proud of it. But I think that it could be for validation, but I think for some people it could be an image thing, but, like, not, like, a bad way. Like, it's an image thing for themselves, if that makes sense. So, like, if someone like me, where it's like, I've had, you know, self-image issues my literally entire fucking life, but recently I have been enjoying myself more, and if I were to post a picture, like I had my Valentine's Day photo shoot with my friend where my boobies were out, friends, plural, I don't know why I said only one friend, there were two, sorry, I didn't do that for validation. I did it because it was fun and because I thought it looked good, you know. I think, sometimes there's nothing wrong with being sexualized. Like, I think there might be a limit, I guess, to, like, oh, baby, you look so cute. A limit to, like, when sexualization becomes inappropriate. Like, I think... That's my hair, Miss Ma'am. When someone is, like, hyping up their friend who, like, just posted a picture of their butt or whatever, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But when people are, like, being inappropriate about it or giving, like, unwelcomed attention, I think that is a problem. But then it's like, man, I don't know. Why am I actually stumped on this? Also, this might not be my color. It's also getting a little greasy and creasy on this fucking under eye. Man, I had high hopes for this fucking concealer, bro. Because Elf is a good brand that I've been wanting to try. I guess in a way it could be a paradox, but it's also because I guess there would only be a paradox because of how we as a society have looked at women and treated women, going back to, you know, the very beginning examples of a civilization. You know, women were the gatherers and the children bearers, and, like, that was it. And so they were only seen as, like, for their bodies, I guess. And that's just something that's been deep-rooted in our society. So I think seeing a pretty woman is always going to invoke that response in people until, you know, society as a whole changes to where... I mean, this would be, like, so far ahead in the future, but, like, getting to a point where, like, people on Earth were not alive to have been taught by people about sexualization, if that makes sense. So, like, hi, Georgia. I don't know how to explain this. I think this is a very interesting question that I want y'all to comment on because I genuinely don't know how to answer it. I guess in a way there is a paradox, but I don't know how that would change or like how, I don't know, man. Bro, why the fuck did you stump me? I was not expected to be stumped at 11:28 in the morning, bro. I genuinely don't know how to answer this. I'm sorry for, like, giving a very bad answer, but I'm a little stumped. I don't think there's anything wrong with women posting their bodies. I think... Man, I don't know. I think that what people post is none of my business. To be honest, I really don't care. Oh, I'm really not liking this. Maybe it would look better, because I've noticed that this ColourPop concealer looks better when I blend it with a brush, but maybe this e.l.f. concealer would look better with a blender, but my beauty blender is dirty as fuck. It got eyeshadow all over it, so I can't use it right now. Maybe if I add powder, it'll fix this, because it also looks very greasy, so maybe when I set the under eye, it'll look better. I don't know. I think women are always going to be sexualized just because of their role in society, how it's always been, and until we change it, that's how it's going to be. And I think that people posting like this are changing that in a way, you know? So I think that is the most concise answer I can give without sounding like a total idiot, because that question fucking stumped me for some reason. So I would love for you guys to comment on that if you could, and give your opinions, because the bitch had me stumped. And I say bitch in a positive way. Bitch is not an insult, please. I'm so sorry. Okay, I guess that is that. Bro, what? Why am I'm just stupid. I think that's why I am stumped. Next one. Let me see. Not seeing anything anonymous on here. So this is from Olive. Okay. I'm a 19-year-old girl in my first year of university, and I've never really known who I'm attracted to. I'm pretty sure I'm asexual, but I think I'd like to be in a relationship. But also men gross me out. I think I might be lesbian, so I started talking to this girl who I know is bi, but we've only really messaged on Snapchat, and I've only met her in person twice, and we didn't really talk. I don't know whether it's cruel of me to try and pursue something here if I don't know if that's what I want, and also I don't know whether she'd like me back either. I'm so confused, and all my friends are getting boyfriends, and it's making me sad. Thank you so much, from Olive. Okay, for this, I think that there is no, like, I don't think it's cruel of you to pursue something there, in the sense of, like, if you two know ahead of time that, like, this is something that is a bit more experimental, and, like, you say straight up, like, hey, you know, I don't know where this is going, but I like you, I think you're pretty or funny or whatever it is that you like about her, and, you know, seeing if she wants to fuck around, if she's down to clown, you know. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that I think it always could be possible that you're asexual, and there's nothing wrong with that, but being asexual doesn't mean that you're, like, aromantic or anything, you know, like, you can still want these relationships, obviously. If men gross you out, I mean, men gross me out, and I love men, but, well, I hate men, but they're very enjoyable to look at. I'm trying this, what is this, the HD powder from e.l.f., because Trixie Mattel said that this is wonderful, but it still looks a little dark in comparison to my Fenty powder, and my face is already a little dark right here, so I don't know what's going on. Georgia, please. Hi. You're so cute. So cute. Oh my god, it comes with a little powder puff. That is very cute. I enjoy that. Oh, this packaging is so cute. Sorry, it says pour powder here. Sorry, this is not a makeup video, but I guess in a way it is. Turn dial. Sorry, I didn't realize I had to open this. yeah, I think that there is nothing wrong with experimenting with people and taking your time to figure out what you like and who you like and stuff. And don't let, like, your friends getting boyfriends pressure you into getting a boyfriend. Oh, sorry, powder just got everywhere. Because there's nothing wrong with, you know, not being in a relationship right now, especially, like, now, like, COVID time stuff, you know. I think there's nothing wrong with waiting. But if you and that girl, you know, if you met up and you didn't really talk, then the chemistry might not be there. And if it's not there, then, you know, that's fine. It'll be there with someone else, you know? Basically, like, if you want to experiment with her, then experiment with her, but make it clear that, you know, you're not sure where this is going and you don't want to guarantee anything, just so neither of you get hurt. This powder might be too dark. Let me pull out my Fenty. But also, if the chemistry is not there, then the chemistry is just not there. So you shouldn't, like, waste your time on it when, you know, if you have other options or you want to pursue other options, don't stop yourself from doing that because maybe this could go somewhere, you know? Because maybe it doesn't. And then you've just wasted both of y'all's time. So, but it is literally your first year of college. Like, do not stress. I dated, like, one person for a month and a half my first year of college, and in a way I was the same as you, because it's not that I didn't know what I wanted, but at the time I was like, I don't really know how I'm feeling, and I ended up being like, I'm not feeling this right now. It was nothing against her or anything, it was just stuff wrong with me, and I was also having my, you know, crisis as always. So in a way, I most definitely in that situation was the cruel one. So I can understand your weariness of, like, not wanting to hurt people, but make your intentions clear and see what her intentions are. But also, if the chemistry not there, then the chemistry not there, you know? It is college. You will literally meet so many people. I don't really know what else to say about that one. Sorry, I feel like I'm, like, being kind of quiet this episode. I don't know why. I don't know why. I feel like that's kind of the best advice I can give. But, like, you're young. Feel free to experiment. You're in college. Do stuff. Do stuff safely, obviously, because, you know, STDs and COVID and stuff. So be safe. I got powder in my mouth. Be safe, but have fun. I sound like a smoker. Okay. Next one. I got powder literally everywhere. This is a nightmare. Whew. Okay. Alrighty, next one. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything anonymous on here. Okay, so this one is from Spencer. It is literally in my nose. Fuck. Okay. Hello, I really like your videos, and I saw on your podcast that you were giving advice. I'm just about to turn 14 in a week. Happy birthday, happy late birthday, because this is from February 25th. And I also came out as trans FTM to my friends a year ago, and my family 6 months ago, and I feel like it's time to talk about taking testosterone in the future. I'm having trouble researching testosterone without finding transphobic articles and information. I know you've been on T in the past, so I hope I'm not overstepping to ask for advice when to get on it, where to find it, etc. Thank you for reading, from Spencer. Okay. You've come to the right place. I will tell you right now, first time I was on T, I got scammed. I got straight up fucking scammed by this nurse's office. They gave me these placebo gummy things that didn't do fucking anything. And when I needed to refill my, like, prescription, I had to go back for a follow-up appointment. Their number was changed. The building was abandoned. Like, I was straight up scammed. And that shit was very expensive. It was like $200. So be careful with where you're going. But I will say right now, Planned Parenthood is a godsend. And I'm going to pause because I think my camera is about to stop recording because it only records for 30 minutes at a time. So I'm going to pause that thought. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I will be right back to continue this advice. I'm back. I took a fat dookie and I'm ready to talk again. And I didn't need to share that on camera. No, I didn't. Georgia, come on, baby. You gotta come back to being rat of the week. Come on, rat of the week. Okay. So, Planned Parenthood is a beautiful place, a wonderful place. And a lot of people that are anti-Planned Parenthood don't know all of the great shit that they do. That is where I went for testosterone after I was scammed. I went to Planned Parenthood because one of my friends told me that they have HRT services there. So I went, and it's a wonderful place because I could make a whole fucking rant about the people that dislike Planned Parenthood, and you know what? I'm going to rant about it anyway. The people that hate Planned Parenthood don't know shit. They don't know shit about what Planned Parenthood does, because their whole thing, you know, is anti-abortion, whatever. Okay. Most Planned Parenthoods don't even have the facilities to perform abortions. They have to go to separate clinics. They provide pregnancy tests. They provide like breast checks for cancer. They do STD checks. They do hormone therapy. They do so much good. And the people that hate Planned Parenthood are genuinely stupid. Like, you're genuinely stupid. Because they also are so helpful for people with low incomes. They're helpful for people with unsupportive families. They're helpful for teenagers. Planned Parenthood's a beautiful place. Okay? So, if you, where was I going with that rant? What the fuck? Anyway. Okay, so, trouble researching testosterone without finding transphobic articles and information. So, why was I ranting about Planned Parenthood? I don't know. I'm gonna still rant about them though, because like if you're ready to take that step and you need a place to go there. And I'm gonna tell you why. They do the check, they take your blood, and so one of the things about the place I was scammed is they asked me like a bunch of weird questions that like didn't do fucking anything. And they do not ask you that at Planned Parenthood. They ask you the basic information, and that's that. They don't get, too personal. They get, as personal as a doctor will, when was your last period? Are you sexually active? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of basic stuff. But, if you're there for hormone therapy, they take your blood levels, to see like the amounts of natural testosterone you have in your body. They go over like dosages and stuff. They're great. And then pricing as well is super wonderful. It is through the way I did it with them is through the injections, the shots. I think they might be doing other methods like the patches now, but I'm not sure because I haven't been in, over a year. So that's that. What was I doing with my face? I literally don't remember. Hi. They also, can I literally stay on topic? They have not price matching, but like their prices are, if you don't have insurance, they're based on like your income. So you show a proof of income, which just like shows how much you make, and then they adjust their prices based on that. Like they go as low as they can to help you. Planned Parenthood is there to help you, and that's on period. So anyway, as for, when to get it, I think, well, okay, hold on. So you're 14 at this point. I got on it when I was like 16 or 17, I don't remember. I don't know, man. If you have been out for a year and like you genuinely think that you're ready to take that step, you are on the younger side, but it's not like you're like fucking 9 or whatever. So I don't personally see a problem. I know that some people are weird about like younger people taking it, which is understandable because there are irreversible effects that I'm about to get into. I would say just for your age, I would say that you start on a lower dosage, and it's probably what a doctor would recommend anyway. Where the fuck is my eye primer? So that is that. But if you like think you're ready, then go for it in a safe way on a low dosage. As for, where the fuck is my eye primer? Am I stupid? Hello? I don't know where it is. So let's talk about changes, yeah? I will talk about, I don't want to scare you straight, but I am going to talk about the negatives because they're there. And these can be taken as negatives or positives. It really just depends on how you look at it. Here it is. Got it. Okay. So, I won't say, you know, positive or negative, because everything is different for everyone. Your hair growth changes, like your eyebrows, they get thicker and darker, not drastically, but also it depends on your dosage, your genetics as well, body type, stuff like that. So that happens. Voice changes, obviously, not like incredibly quickly, but it also depends on your dosage as well. But the voice does change, and that doesn't go away, so you better be prepared. Not saying that you're going to change your mind, but like, if you ever do, just know that the voice is not changeable. You would have to go to voice therapy or coaching or whatever it is. Certain things about genitalia change. Your clitoris enlarges because, you know, when people are in the womb, they all start as female, and then just depending on, I don't know, whatever the fuck science thing, if you're turning into a male, then the clitoris becomes a penis, and so it gets bigger. So when you're on testosterone, your clitoris does enlarge, and that also, when you stop taking T, does not go away. You're not going to grow a dick, but it does get bigger. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I don't know if you have bottom dysphoria. If you do, that might help. If you don't, it might make you uncomfortable, so be prepared for that. But there are other things like, oh my god, Georgia, Miss Ma'am, not on the keyboard. There are other things, though, that, like, are reversible. Like, hey, don't make me take away your privileges. If you stop taking it, you know, your skin is going to change, your attitude is going to change. Oh yeah, that's another thing, your attitude. Since you are going to have an increase in testosterone in your body, you are going to have, you know, different emotions and such. Not different emotions, but the way you express yourself might change. You might get irritated more, or like angrier easily, maybe more confrontational and stuff. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I think that's good. That goes away if you stop taking it, though, because, you know, the hormone leaves your body. If you stop taking it, your hair growth does change. Like, you won't, you know, continue to grow a mustache or anything like that. I don't know what else really there is to say. I think, first and foremost, if you do think that you're ready to take this step, you need to talk to a parent or a guardian, whoever you're with, and genuinely look into Planned Parenthood, because it's a great, wonderful place. And I think that is that on that. Georgia, please stop being a menace, please. I don't know what eyeshadow look I want to do, but also I'm really not liking how my face looks currently, and I'm a little upset. I think I'm going to go into my Animal Crossing palettes, because I went to Target 2 days ago and I finally broke down and I bought a Switch just to play Animal Crossing, and I am obsessed. And once I figure out how to screen record my Switch, I will be posting Animal Crossing content. Yes, I will. So let me see what I want to do here. My instinct is always to go with Nook Ink, because in my opinion it's the best palette from the whole collab shebang. Let me see. Let me lay out what I have. I don't know. I don't really want to do natural. Let's do purple. Let's go into the La Belle of the Ball palette because I've not done a purple look in a minute. I've been doing a lot of pink and a lot of green because those are my go-tos. Okay, sorry. Next advice. Oh my god, whoa. Your profile picture is a GIF. A GIF? I don't know how to say it. How did you do that? Wait, what? Madison, how did you do that? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna read the advice now. Hello, I'm Madison and 16, born a female, and recently I changed my pronouns to she, he, they, and I realized that sometimes I really liked being called he, and someone called me a boy, and it gave me such a big serotonin boost. But I also like being female. I realized I could be gender fluid, but at the same time I'm not really sure because I don't feel dysphoric in my body, but I also feel more masculine one day and feminine the next. It's very confusing to me, and it's been on my mind ever since I found out about this. Please help me, and thank you. This one, I'm not gonna know how to answer completely because I'm not gender fluid, so I cannot personally relate to that. I think that there's nothing wrong with not having dysphoria. I know I've said in the past, you need dysphoria to be trans. My views have changed. For some reason y'all missed that. I made a whole fucking video about it, okay? Sorry, that sounded really passive aggressive, sorry. I've gotten a few comments about it, and I was like, I talked about this like 3 months ago. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what makeup look to do. Oh, this looks not good. This is a little upsetting. I wonder, hold on, let me add a light powder. This is really bothering me that my face, it looks fine on camera, but in real life, it's patchy and discolored. Oh, I hate it. This is not fun. What was I talking about? Oh my god, this sucks. I think if you are gender fluid, I would try to find creators that are gender fluid that you could maybe see if they've made content about it or talked about it, because I genuinely can't speak from that experience. Let me see if I can find, there's this TikToker that I know of, I don't remember if I follow them, but they are gender fluid and they seem to be living the best fucking life. So let me see, damn it, am I following them? Fuck, I don't think I am. Let me go through my likes, because I know that I've liked one of their videos recently. Yeah, I cannot speak on the gender fluid experience, so I'm not sure what to do about that. But let me see real quick if I can find this for you. Yes, okay. Oh, I literally am following them. Dobby Gone Wild on TikTok, wonderful person. Yeah, any pronouns, they're gender fluid. They don't seem to have body dysphoria, but I also don't know if they've like talked about it before. But again, I don't think you need dysphoria to identify a certain way, because I think that body euphoria, in my opinion, is more important. But also, like, I think just doing what's best for you. I don't think that you need a reason to justify transitioning or not transitioning, or not that you're gonna transition, but if you don't feel dysphoric in your body, I don't think that that's like, oh well, guess I can't identify a certain way, because I don't think that's how it should work. But I don't really know what to say about this one because I can't speak on the gender fluid experience, but I would recommend looking into creators that are gender fluid, that can give like better advice on this. My advice is always going to be, try it out. There's nothing wrong with trying things. Like, it used to be, you know, back in 2016, 2017, whenever, like, the mega trans discourse was going on, it was always, like, kind of shunned for people to just, like, fucking try stuff, which I don't get, because if you don't try, how are you ever going to know anything, you know? So, try it. And see how it goes, and if you don't like it, then stop, and if you do like it, then keep going. Sorry, Matthew sent me a meme. He's never awake this early. Aww. Aw, okay. Next advice. I feel like that wasn't, I hope that was helpful at least. I think it was, to the best of my ability, I think it was what I could give. So I'm sorry if that wasn't what you were looking for. Okay, wait, fuck. This is gonna be difficult now that I have to do my eyes. Okay. Not seeing anything anonymous. Okay, so this one is from Jay. Oh man, I messed up already. This is so upsetting. Alexa, play Despacito. Okay. Hey Grayson, hope you and your rats are doing well. Could you give me some advice? I'm turning 16 in a few months. My mom has controlled most of my life up until this point. Who I can talk to, what I'm allowed to feel, my public appearance, etc. She's a helicopter parent and very emotionally and verbally manipulative, and excuse this word because it's so overused, constantly gaslighting my brother and I. Since we're middle class and she's a well-recognized figure in our small town, nobody would know anything was off. It's just a lot to deal with, and I feel very trapped and alone. My dad is present, but he never comments on what my mom says and does. He just takes her side or says nothing. They fight a lot, but my dad would never divorce her because he's already been divorced and doesn't want my brother and I to end up like our half-brother, his son with his past wife. I'm not going into details because I don't want to info dump or make this super long, but what do I do? I'm nervous to go to therapy because I'm worried they'd relate to my mom what I said about her, making things worse. I also don't know if what I'm going through is just normal, but I don't think it is. Okay. A therapist only talks to your parents whenever you've said that, like, the parent is doing something illegal, like, trigger warning, like sexual or physical abuse. I think they have to relay that to the authorities, maybe not the parent. I think the only time they talk to a parent is when you have brought up suicidal thoughts, but the main thing with therapy is the confidentiality. So, you know, I don't think that you should, like, avoid going to therapy just because you're, like, scared of them relaying things. And then I also think that, like, if you straight up say, don't tell this to my mom, then they won't break that confidentiality. So I don't think you have to worry about that too much unless you're saying that, like, she's doing something very illegal or you're having dangerous thoughts. So I think those are the only situations where that confidentiality thing doesn't count. For your dad not wanting to, like, be involved, that sucks. I don't know if there's a way you could talk to him about it to where it's like, talk about how she's affecting you and how it would, you know, make you feel better if he did get involved, especially if, like, if he has expressed to you or to your brother that, like, he disagrees with her actions, then try to push him into talking to her about it, because at that point, like, not saying anything is enabling that behavior, and that's obviously not healthy for you or your brother. I don't really, like, there's not going to be a way to change your mom, and, I mean, I've said, just dropped my phone, just dropped my makeup. I've said this before, but the best way to, like, get out, or, like, resolve that situation is separating yourself from the situation, whether it be, like, by moving out or by parents getting a divorce. But a parent realistically is not going to change their ways, especially if they've been doing it for so long, and if they don't see anything wrong with their behavior, then they're literally just not going to change. And that sucks to say, but it is true. And you're turning 16 in a few months, so you're not at the age where you can move out, obviously, and I don't think you're at the age where you can emancipate yourself. And, I mean, even personally, I don't think emancipation would be the best route. So that is tough. I would say you're turning 16. That means that you're of age, or you're going to be of age, to where you will be able to get a job. So you could do that, start, you know, secretly saving some stuff away to where if you need to get out, you can. But I think just because of your age, like, unfortunately, there's not too much you can do in the situation, which sucks. But I'm not sure. Especially, like, if you're in a small town, that shit sucks too. No offense to small towners, but y'all are whack. Yeah. You could also, like, look into online therapists. I know that that's a new-ish thing that's been happening recently that you can look into. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about this one, fam. Yeah, no. so you said you don't know if what you're going through is normal. It's not. Parents being shitty at some points are, like, that is expected, but that doesn't make it normal, and that doesn't mean that you should put up with, like, abusive behavior. Trying to, like, put a separation between, you and your mom might be beneficial, like spending less time with her, staying in your room maybe, doing particular stuff like that. Invest in some online relationship, not like relationships, but like friendships and stuff like that. I'm not sure. It's tough when you're a teenager because there's like not much realistically you can do. I would say talk to your dad and don't be afraid of talking to a therapist either, because again, with patient confidentiality, they can't like be a spy for your mom unless you're like saying very bad stuff, like legally or self-harm wise. I think that is that. I feel like my advice game is off today. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry if this is like not good advice, but also I'm not a therapist. I'm not a professional. And y'all should know if you watch my videos that I'm not, like, intelligent, so you're getting what you're paying for, and you're not paying for this advice. So it's not going to be perfect. Okay. Okay, let me see. So this one is from Alex. Sorry, I want to get this wing correctly. Okay. Hey Grayson, first I want to say how much calm your videos bring me and how much I love watching them. Thank you. I'm really appreciative that you love making content as much as we enjoy watching them. On to the advice though. I'm a gay dude in high school and I'm really struggling with self-identity. I've been out for a few years and I'm comfortable with my sexuality, but not necessarily my femininity. I'm worried that liking more traditionally feminine things will result in me never finding a partner that I enjoy. I feel like my very feminine behavior in the past may haunt who I am today and wear over me my entire life. Anyways, I try to keep it brief, and I'd really appreciate advice if you've got some. And then, 1 second, because they sent a follow-up. One last piece of information. I find myself constantly making excuses for my feminine behavior to the point where it becomes overwhelming and interferes with my day-to-day life exponentially. Anyways, thanks again. I wish you had specified on that, because I'm not sure what you mean when you say that it's, like, affecting your day-to-day life. I think I'm, again, not the best person for this because I'm not a gay man in high school, but my best friend, one of my bestest friends in the whole world, was a gay man in high school, now is non-binary, love them, love you, Seb, but they presented in high school, I mean, they still do, but they presented very femininely, and I think that, I mean, let me go back and read your original email. If you're so when you say you're not comfortable with it, does that mean that like you are feminine and you know, don't want to be, like you have some internal prejudices against yourself, or are you, you know, okay with being feminine but you're worried that other people won't accept that, or how, like, what exactly is the discomfort? Where is the discomfort in the situation coming from? Where's my brush? I think that is a good thing to, or a good bit of information that we would need to resolve this. This is not the right brush. Okay. Feel worried that liking more traditionally feminine things will result in me never finding a partner. That is just not true, because there are people that are really into feminine men, and that is okay. You are in high school, so it is going to be harder to find because, you know, you're not able to, like, really get out there. You're not able to get on, you know, apps or anything like that, but that's where the people would be. Like, in high school, it's hard because you know who you know, and that's, like, kind of it. But in, you know, the rest of, not in the real world, whatever, it's a lot easier because people are, like, adults, and they're like, yeah, I like what I like. And, you know, some people are still going to be a little ashamed or embarrassed or whatever, but there are people out there that like feminine men, and there is someone out there for you. So I don't think that you should be like, ugh, this is going to stop me from finding a partner, because it's not. It might slow you down because you are still in high school, and if that's the case, then realistically I wouldn't stress too much, because, you know, no hate to my high school watchers, but the chance of you marrying your high school sweetheart is very low, and the divorce rate for that, I would assume, is very high. So don't put all your eggs in one basket in a high school relationship, because, you know, that's not to be like, it's not to be negative on high school relationships, but you guys are gonna grow and do your own thing. Maybe you have different career goals. Maybe you want to go to different colleges, you know. There is so much out there ahead of high school, and I know that it's kind of hard to see, especially when you're in high school, but it's true. More is out there than that high school boy, I'm telling you. So I understand that it would suck now, because obviously, you know, just because you're in high school and just because high school relationships don't tend to last, that doesn't mean you can't pursue one. Obviously, I understand wanting to be in a relationship, but I think you shouldn't, like, censor your own femininity to, like, just to get a relationship in high school, because, again, that high school relationship might not, probably not, won't last. And then also, like, if you're censoring yourself just to, like, get a boyfriend, don't date someone that won't like you for, like, who you are. Because, again, there are people that like feminine men, and I don't know why I said "and," because my thought kind of stopped right there. There is someone for you. There is. So I don't think you should censor yourself, even if it involves, you didn't say what grade you're in, so I'm not sure, you know. Hello? Did my phone just make a sound? That was weird. My phone made a sound, but it's on silent mode. Okay. Maybe I'm just hearing things. I don't know. Don't censor yourself. In fact, like, go all out, all you, all the time. And that person that is into that is going to be really into that, you know? There's, like, I don't think there is, how do I word that? Something very attractive on someone is when they are okay with being themselves, and they're okay with liking who they like, unashamedly, you know? So that person will come, even if it's not right now. And I know that, like, saying, oh, just wait, isn't, like, the most fun advice, but sometimes that is what's best. So, I just dropped my brush. So I'm not sure if I have anything to add to that. I think that's all I can say on that. Don't censor yourself. Oh, fuck, hold on, my camera battery's gonna die. Should I wrap it up? Because I have been filming for almost an hour. Maybe I should end on that, because running out of time, and also my battery is gonna die. I really only got half my face done in a full hour. Am I okay today? I don't know, but I did clear out everything from February, so I'm at least, now I'm only 2 weeks behind instead of like a full month, okay? So I think that's where I'm going to end it here. Again, I've said this last time, but if you have already sent me an advice and you're waiting on me to get to it, I will get to it. I just have a lot of stuff backed up, but I'm not ignoring you, okay? But that was this episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment if you're new here, subscribe. I do this podcast every week / every other week. That's all I have to say. Thank you, and I will see you for, my next video, or if you're only here for the podcast, then I will see you in the next podcast. Okay, kiss. Mwah. My makeup does not look good. Okay, goodbye.